Hey guys, Mike here from Binny Outdoors. Welcome to the 2023 clothing review. So, every year, for those of you who aren't familiar with my channel, I like to review all the products that I bought for fishing to give you guys an honest, true, life tested lesson on everything that I bought, whether it was good, whether it's bad. Maybe it's something you're thinking about picking up for the upcoming season, and you get an opinion that's not bought. I don't have any sponsors. I'm just telling you about the stuff that I personally paid for with my own money. We're going to start from the bottom up. So we're going to start with shoes. So, Cross Kicks. If you haven't heard of these things, they basically are a hybrid between your traditional Croc or soft plastic shoe and a sneaker. These things have some major benefits. The first benefit, these are not slippery at the boat ramp. And that is something that has been a big issue for me, is that not only do the Crocs tend to slide off your foot because of the design, but when you step on a boat ramp or any type of slippery surface with Crocs, something about that tread turns them into a skate and you just take off. And I've ended up on my butt more than once wearing Crocs on a boat ramp. These Cross Kicks don't seem to have as much of an issue with that, and I think it's because of the tread design. The other thing about these that's really cool is they drain. So Crocs do have holes around them, but when they get water in them, it tends to stay inside. With these, they actually have holes. There's two holes under your heel that port down to the sole and out. So the benefit of that is if you step into the water, launch your boat, launch your kayak, step back out of the water actually flows out. By you walking, you're actually creating pressure and forcing the water out of the sole of these shoes. I know I'm talking a lot about shoes, but these are amazing. And as someone who has flat feet, I have wide feet, I have a hell of a time finding something that's comfortable to wear for a long time on the water. And these are exactly what I wanted. They're a little bit pricey, but I will tell you they last an entire season, if not longer, and they are amazingly comfortable. While we're talking about footwear, when it gets to be the spawn or it gets to be the late fall, the Cross Kicks, the rubber shoes, things like that, they aren't as good because they do trap water. They are cold because that plastic doesn't really have a ton of insulating value. So what do? I switch things up and I go with something like this. NRS wet boots. I know I emphasize the word wet. Well, why? Because these are actually designed to be wet. They're not a waterproof boot. They're not going to keep your feet dry. They're actually designed to be wet. And then once they get wet, the water absorbs into that neoprene. Your feet warm the water and they keep your feet warm. They do have a hard sole, so they're going to protect you from rocks. Up here we have zebra mussels. You're not going to cut your feet up if you jump off on shore and you have to walk around. That's what's good about these boots. They're super comfortable, and they're not big and bulky like a rubber boot or like a wader. So it's really helpful for being in a kayak. If your feet are going to be wet anyways, you can use these to keep your feet warm, and they just provide you a good layer of protection for having to get out of the boat and walk around. I highly recommend them. Again, they're a little bit pricey, but at the end of the day, if your feet get cold out there in a kayak, you're going to end up going home early versus staying out a little longer. So it's worth the cost to get that little bit more efficient time. So now we're going to transition into the top half of your body. So when I'm out there in the sun, I used to think it was the dumbest thing ever when I saw these guys wearing these hooded sweatshirts, long sleeves, hood, face mask. I'm like, man, they've got to be dying of heat out there. That's not true. These UPF sun shirts are a game changer, and you need to buy one for the next time you go out. So this one right here is my favorite. It's Bass Dash. It's a hooded sweatshirt. They're made out of a polyester, so they're made out of like that wicking material. Think Under Armour or any type of sports apparel. That is what the material is like. But what's nice is I'm a bigger guy, and they run their sizes really big. So I can wear, and they go up to like 5X. So I can wear their stuff and have it be loose, have it be comfortable. I don't want skin tight crap. It's just not how I like to roll, and they accommodate that. The other thing is, I will tell you right now, you've seen any of my videos where I'm wearing a hood, I've got the mask on, it's not cold. There's a lot of days where it's 90 degrees or hotter, direct sunlight, but when I throw that hood over top, when I throw that mask on, I actually get cooler. It repels the sun away from the material. It keeps the sun off of you, which helps with a lot of different things. I'm not a doctor, but it's better than wearing sunscreen because it's protecting you from the UV because it has a UV coating in it, and I don't have to slather on sunscreen. It also, like I said, it does keep you cooler. I'm telling you, if you don't believe me, go out and try it and roast me in the comments if it doesn't work for you. But I'm telling you, I own a lot of different brands, not just Bass Dash. Anything with a UPF coating, when you get out in that sun, it does really help to keep you cool. So, speaking of upper body, when we start talking about, well, what do I do in the early spring? What do I do in the fall? Or those freaking cold mornings when I'm fishing a tournament and I gotta be on the water at 5 a.m. Well, I throw on this. This is a Bass Dash hoodie. This is the warmest hoodie I own. I've bought these for hunting, and I use just this with another couple shirts underneath. This to give you a perspective on how warm they are. They have some huge, huge features. The first feature is this right here. Built-in face mask, but it's not like super tight. It's not a tight gaiter. It has a lot of room, and it has a cinch on the back, so you can cinch it right up, get yourself nice and warm. It's got a nice hood in it, and the way they did their cinching system, it kind of fits perfectly over a hat. When you pull it tight, it pulls down here, and it doesn't get in the way of your face. It's just how they cut their hood, and it's really, really comfortable. The other thing, and probably one of the most important features of this hoodie, is it's water resistant. Not waterproof, but water resistant. Water will bead off of this. So if you get splashed by a fish, you're not going to be soaked. If there's a light rain, like say it's going to rain for an hour, I don't even bring my rain gear. I just throw this on. It will repel off of it. It won't get through to the bottom layer unless you're in like a torrential downpour. You can actually wash these and it does still seem to keep its rain resistance. Now, over time, they do start to get wet and heavy, but you can actually coat them with a spray and that kind of rejuvenates it. But I will tell you, these are the best hoodies for fishing because they keep you warm, they're windproof, they're waterproof, and they come in big boy sizes. I call it man sizes because I am 325 pounds. I do not fit into Hook. I do not fit into a lot of brands that you can normally buy at your local sporting goods store. Just can't do it. They don't fit me. These guys go all the way up to 5X, and it's a real 5X. So it's baggy. This right here is a 4X, and it's huge on me. There's plenty of room for me to have a layer underneath or just be comfortable. I don't like to have tight clothing. These are awesome for that purpose. The next set of gear I want to talk about is something that I will say it is great for heavy, heavy rain. So those days where you're out there and it's pouring and you still want to go fishing, I invested in Helly Hansen bibs and the shirt. So the little detail on this one, I've been positive about everything else. You're going to sweat your ass off. There's no better way to say it. This is PVC rainwear. You're going to be hot. The bibs are really, really good. They do not let water through, but they also don't let air out. So you're going to sweat. So if you're wearing these and it's hot out, and you're getting one of those midsummer rains, you're going to sweat. It's just part of the deal. But you're not going to get wet at all. And it's comfortable. And again, being a big boy, they have big sizes. So you're able to wear these over top of your gear, and you're not going to have to worry about being restricted. The Helly Hansen jacket, same deal. You guys have seen me wearing this in multiple videos because I fish all elements, and I love the jacket. It is really, really warm. It keeps the wind off of you. It gets you completely dry. But what I recommend is, as soon as it stops raining, unzip that thing, open it up, let it air out, because those PVC suits do not breathe. So this last item is actually not clothing per se. It is customization of your clothing. You probably noticed I have a Binya logo on this hoodie. Well, how did I get that? I went to Ninja Transfers, I uploaded the image, I ironed this onto my shirt today. Why do I recommend this? Well, there's a lot of tournament guys out there that need to be able to customize a jersey every single year. It gets really expensive to order a full dye jersey or a print shop company. A lot of those jerseys have minimums, so you got to order 2 or 3 at a time. With Ninja Transfers, you could just upload all of your logos for all your sponsors and make your own shirt out of a shirt you already have. Or if you're midway through the season, you pick up a sponsor, you can just add their logo to your existing jersey, just order it, iron it on your shirt. Full transparency, I do have an affiliate link for Ninja Transfers. I do get credit for anyone who uses my link, but I'm not promoting these guys because of that. I'm promoting them because they provide excellent customer service. This order right here was comped. Why? Because I called them to complain. They didn't even really ask them any questions. They asked me what was wrong and how could they make it right, and then they refunded me. It was that simple. Their customer service is awesome. They provide a really good product. They pre-cut the ones that you actually ask them to. They design them the way you want to. So if you actually put a note in there and say remove the background, could you change the color of this from white to green, they'll do all that. They'll do that graphic design for you, and they come really, really quickly. I ordered this and got it in 3 days. So that's really, really important when you're trying to make something custom. You want to make it, you just want to do it really quickly. You can order them from them. Their price point is awesome. I ordered 4 of these, got it for like $26, and that's including shipping. There's no way you're going to get that from anybody else. This is a quality material. I've run them through the washer, run them through the dryer. I've definitely had them put through their paces, and so far the quality has been awesome. So if you do use my link, send me a photo on Instagram. I want to see what you make with what you use my link for. I want to see the logo, I want to see the shirt, the hat, the cup, whatever you design. Send it to me and I'll actually feature it in a video on my channel as well. Just something that I think is pretty cool. I love making custom stuff. I thought you guys might enjoy it as well, and you can help promote the channel at the same time. I want to thank you guys for coming along with me. If you haven't already, hit that like, hit that subscribe, and as always, let's get out there, catch more fish.